Welcome back, everyone. I'm Coach K Crypto, and today we're going to look at the market as a whole, where it might go over the weekend. One of our Facemelter picks is active. We're also going to look at a couple Uniswap projects that may have some promise, as well as Sperax SPA, and why I think potentially this could end up on a CEX soon. Let's get started, but before that, do me a favor and let's beat these YouTube algorithms by smashing up them likes and hitting on that subscribe and bell button. You know what to do, leave a comment, and let's get started.
Fat kiddo, fat kiddo, huge fat kiddo. On a bull market. Fat kiddo, fat kiddo.
We're going to see multi-X gains again.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Yesterday, we saw some really interesting things going on in the market. While the Fed made a speech, Powell was talking, and things moved. We had a little pump, and everyone got really excited. But always remember, you wait for the candle to close. You don't just jump in because you see a little pump. Yes, you will get shreked, so don't be that guy. Now let's look at where is the market going over this weekend, because it's obviously quite an important thing, isn't it? We see that I still think this level is going to come into play. This 10.65, 10.68, whatever you want to call it, close enough. It's going to come down to this Kijin. We did test this 21-day EMA, and we tested the level as I talked about yesterday, and guess what happened? We rejected that level. We came all the way down to 11,100. And then we came back up, but we ended up closing a little bit, just in a safe spot. But I'm not convinced that we're going up right now. A lot of people are kind of semi-bullish. There is signs of, a little bit of exhaustion on some indicators, on some momentum indicators that we could see that, all right, maybe we will have a bounce potentially up to this level at 11.55. If we broke that, we would go to 11.9. I don't think we're going to get there, but it's possible. My bias, as you guys know, is still bearish on Bitcoin. Ethereum, obviously the exact same thing happened. It pumped and came back down to all the way $370, and now it's in limbo with another doji. When you see doji after doji after doji, the market is indecision. There's no decision, no decisiveness in it. So right now we have 16 hours, so there's basically 2/3 of the day left for this to decide where it wants to go, but I assume that we're still going to come down at least to $365 to $357, and again with this C clamp formation showing, we could come all the way down to $330. Now this may not happen over the weekend, of course, but I'm expecting in the weekend potentially to range in these levels around here, so watch that. Gold, we see that it's holding this level very nicely. It closed above one day, then it closed below, and now it's pushing back above. So it's kind of, gold is in range, it's ranging right now. It's trying to figure out which way it goes, and this is probably why the DXY dumped really hard. That's great for Bitcoin, that's great for crypto, but we're not seeing that in the markets, which is kind of odd, but we are seeing it in the markets. And what markets we're seeing it in? The traditional markets. We keep seeing them pump and pump and pump, right? It's like pumping iron, Yeah, kind of like that. I'm coming. All right. Now we look at the SPX 500. Again, another all-time high. Every single day, another all-time high. It is kind of crazy to see this keep pushing higher and higher. It's time for face melting. We did talk about this one, our face melter pick of the week, and it finally got above the level that I was looking for. So we entered this trade at 82 sats. Basically, we looked for it to close above this level at 82, and we entered our trade at 82 sats. Came down and tapped it, and then it went up, and now it's just chilling. So remember, there is a lot of room for it to go up before it even hits any type of resistance. So we're looking at, at least 40-50% gain before that even happens. Very good potential on that trade. TRB listed on Binance. I've been saying in my group, if you guys are at Coach's Corner, what you guys should do is go in there. I've been saying to accumulate every single dip. And then we got onto Binance. We kind of really expected that because CZ is a major investor in TRB. And we think that there's something with the DEX with swing buy and FIO and all this stuff is kind of linking together with Binance. So keep your eyes out for all those things to somehow come out with some type of product. And remember, TRB actually is using DeFi. So it's something that we have to keep our eyes out for. Looking at our trades, Nexo is still doing very, very nicely on this. So we're up, considerably, about 20%, and we're looking to fill the rest of this over the next couple days, week. No exact timing, but we're looking pretty good. Our SPX trade's kind of in limbo. It's figuring itself out. It's holding this 21-day EMA. Unlike Bitcoin, it's actually holding it as support versus resistance. So we could see this bounce and continue higher. But our forecast for Tenkin says we're going to go up, and then it's kind of saying maybe we'll go down. So we have to keep our eyes on that one as well. DOT had its correction. I told you yesterday I was taking profit way up here. So this is great. I'm expecting it to come down to this level. So watch for the 43,000 sat level to get back in if you potentially want to. Not financial advice, just saying it's a good level to get in. RSR had a nice little dip. Like that, like dips for RSR. They're always for buying for me personally. So that's great. YFI though, right back at it, smashing, starting to get higher and higher. So I thought that we'd have a bull flag here, and it's kind of playing out pretty nicely. So I do like this. I like it a lot. So we're seeing, and this is not perfect. Obviously, I'm doing it really quickly, but you can see that the flag, it broke out, maybe retest, and now it might go higher. Crazy to think about it at $15,158 per YFI, but they only have 30,000 of them. Okay. That's all we're going to do for the market overview. Let's go on to look at something that I just bought at under $180. Watch this.
Come on, tough guy.
Boom. ZZZ. So remember I told you guys, farming and they dump, farming, they dump. Well, there was some exploits that happened. People were kind of scared that something was going wrong with the code, and they dumped really, really hard. As I saw this dump, I was like, oh my goodness. I felt like Tyrone Biggums, cocaine in a can. That's exactly how I felt. So I got in way down here, and already like in a few hours, I'm up over 100%. Yes. Don't buy ZZZ is the joke. You tell me what you should do. Let's continue on. SBREE is another one. It does look like it has a head and shoulders. You might be able to get a nice entry on SBREE. SBREE, we'll have to just wait. YBREE was obviously the scam that copied them. This is the original SBREE. So watch this one to look for an area for entry. We can look and see the bounce. It might actually be at its bounce right here already. And that might be right where we're coming back down to potentially. So watch, keep your eyes out on SBREE. And now for our Crapcoin of the day. Now let's look at it. Here we see a cup and handle type formation. Makes me excited. I like cup and handles. So I entered last night at the bottom of this candle and actually caused this mini pump. Oops. And what I expect to happen is this to go at least the same level as here. So I was expecting around 80%, maybe more from this trade if we get that breakout of this level. I did hear that this might be going on to a tier 1. It already is on a tier 2, a certain tier 2 exchange that if you look at, called MXC, and you look at certain projects that keep coming from MXC to a certain tier 1 exchange, you'll start to connect some dots. So definitely do that. What is SPA? SPA is doing decentralized finance where they have their own stable coin. It's all built into their ecosystem. They have decentralized governance. The other two pieces are they've created a more secure way of having a blockchain which can't be DDoS attacked, deadlocks, and basically it's a more secure layer 1 solution on blockchain, which, very fast performance because of less proof of stake confirmations, but also apparently, I don't know if this is true, but figures out the Byzantinian fault. So that's it. Our crap coin of the day. What does our sponsor feel about the crap coin of the day today?
There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
That's about right. All right, so that's it for today. We went over a few things. I'm just going to remind you, we looked at the market and where it might be going over the weekend. We looked at a couple coins called ZZZ and SBREE. ZZZ had a huge dump, bought in an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago, and it already pumped over 100%. I believe this will go right back to $1,000 because they had a problem with the code that they fixed really quickly and everything dumped because of it. Now it has a nice FUD recovery, and I love buying FUD. Fear is a great thing to buy. Remember that. The last thing we did is we looked at SPA, SPA, and what they do as a blockchain, basically new infrastructure upgrade, faster proof of stake, more secure network, and decentralized finance, all built in one with governance. And that's basically it for today. So don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. Leave some comments if there's things that you would like me to cover or things that I've missed or something that I definitely should be doing. I always love to hear feedback, and thank you guys for watching. I'm Coach K Crypto, and you guys have a wonderful weekend.
Fat middle, fat middle, huge fat middle. On a bull market, fat middle, fat middle.
We're gonna see multi-X gains